Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Jamie and this just came in. It was actually hand delivered to me from the delivery man, and this was my first Upcrate box. So I'm a little excited to see what I've got. It is Upcrate 32 and April 22's box. So let's go ahead and open this and see what we've got in here. This is their new style box. They just changed the look of the box. I know I've heard some people talking about the different prints. And they've got a pull tab that you rip off instead of going through a bunch of tape, which is nice. And I think it's kind of cute. They've got little eyes peeking out. And then they've got these little things you can pop out off the side if you'd like. I thought that was pretty nice. Now this is a subscription box that comes from Germany. It does take some time to get here. I'm getting mine about a week, I think, after everybody over in the UK was getting theirs. This is their bottle post, and it's basically a magazine about different art tips, information about the products and other artists, and I'll have to take a closer peek at that because I've never really got to look at one yet. It looks like we get a whole sheet full of stickers, whereas I'm used to getting one sticker in a box. This is going to give me a idea of what we're getting. It says Edding, so it's apparently going to be Edding products and make art, not war. I see a poster here, I think, of the artwork. And that's kind of interesting. It looks like it's maybe markers or paint of some sort. So set that aside. Oh, we have Edding acrylic and oil artist pad. 140 pounds, 300 GSM. Looks like there's 8 sheets in there. Ideal for permanent acrylic, so it looks like maybe we're getting some acrylic. So let's go ahead and set this aside and see what's in the little bundle here. It looks like it ripped on the side, so I'm just going to slide everything out. Make sure I didn't leave anything in there. Okay. So it looks like we have a Viking 400 number 4, and it's a graphite pencil. We have Edding permanent acrylic. It's supposed to be acrylic 3D double liner for unique effects, highly pigmented, permanent, water-based acrylic paint, intermixable, and it looks like that there's 2 different ends, a 2 to 3 millimeter and a 5 to 10. So this is going to be interesting. I'll have to see what this looks like once I get the lids off. Okay, so we've got a fine chisel tip on there where the paint can come out, and then the other end is a wider tip. It's still flat and kind of like a chisel tip. So that is interesting. All right, it looks like we have another big chunker here. Permanent acrylic. I don't see, where's the color? Oh, black. It's black. Acrylic marker, permanent, water-based, shake, remove, and pump. So basically like a Posca. And it looks like it's got a big fat bullet nib. Then we have a permanent acrylic 2 to 3 millimeter, and this is in pastel green. Oh, I forgot to say the color on this was pastel yellow. And this one looks like it's one that you have to prime as well. Then we have a permanent 1 to 2 millimeter bullet nib in neon pink. A 2 to 3 millimeter permanent acrylic, one in opulent turquoise, and one that is 1 to 2 millimeter in traffic white. It says it can be used on canvas or paper. So these will be interesting to try out. I'm going to go ahead and swatch them out, see what it looks like, and kind of play around a bit. And then I'll come up with a piece and come back with a review. Okay, so it looks like, before I get into everything, that the prompt for this month is come together, and it looks like everybody posts their submissions, and they are having a giveaway to where you can win a bunch of editing products. So that's pretty cool. And I did want to show some of the artwork that was made with previous from January. So these are really nice works, and I am familiar with Katie Ryle's art. If you have not checked her out, please go ahead and give her some views and check her out. She's a very talented watercolor and gouache painter, and I really enjoy watching her videos, and she's very nice to talk to. So yeah, all in all, some very nice artwork in this magazine. So now I'm going to go ahead and open this up and do my swatching. It doesn't look like it came with a brush. I am not one to do 3D type of paintings. I don't know if it's like some kind of OCD thing, but if it's not blended out, it drives me crazy. It's something I can't do myself. I like and enjoy when other people do it, but it's not my style. So that's okay. And it looks like it opens this way. It's got a little cover. It talks about the adding products and information. They've got like a color chart here. It looks like they even have sprays. It says it's got high opacity, low odor, brilliant color, waterproof, light fast, and made in Germany. The paper that's in here is almost like a canvas, and I mean, it's fairly thick. It's not super thin and flimsy. So we'll go ahead and give this a try and see how this turns out. You do not ever leave my test sheets in the pads. I keep them in folders for different types of mediums. They're all organized, so that way I can get to them quickly and pull out what I need. So this is the Upcrate April 2022. This is very scratchy on here because it is very textured canvas paper. on the back it feels kind of like a thin cardboard. All right, now that I've got this done, this is my piece that I went ahead and created with the acrylic paint markers here. I did not really use them in marker form until I put the designs over the top. I went ahead and used them like regular acrylic paint with a paintbrush. I wanted to be able to test the mixability, and they seem to have worked really well. As you can see, I'm not a acrylic painter, so this is what I came up with. I decided to use a plant that I have here as my reference, and I was trying to stick with the style of what's on the stickers, and what they have on the poster is kind of like the inspiration for the style of piece that I was going to do. I am not one for all kinds of just random like shapes and stuff stuck together for like abstract. This is about as close as I will get. I decided last minute, instead of doing like the shading, like if it was sitting on the table and trying to work it up to where maybe it looked more realistic, to go this route. So that's why I started painting underneath and then decided to change it to black. Now, as far as these go, this does not have any ball in there that rolls around for shaking. These pins all have a ball in there to help you mix when you shake it. They do all untwist, and you can squeeze paint out, refill it, whatever you need to do. If you're gonna maybe reuse this for something else, other color, I'm not sure. I did notice that the raised 3D paint, once it dries, it is really neat. I'm not sure, you know, how much I would like to do a 3D piece, but after seeing how it dries and feeling this, I may kind of try to experiment at some point and see if I could possibly get out of my comfort zone and try a raised part of a painting with it to see if I like it or not. This was kind of just me playing around with the stuff to see what it can do and having fun with it. Nothing too spectacular, but I did really enjoy this piece. There is a little bit of black on the back of the paper when I had the painting on the sheet of glassine to keep the paint from smearing all over the table. When I was moving it around, it kind of smudged, which is fine. Nobody's going to see the back anyhow. As far as the cost, I paid 22 euros for the subscription per month. That comes out to $23.16. Upcrate doesn't charge shipping. They have free worldwide shipping, so that is strictly the cost of the subscription. I calculated the totals of all the items together, and the value of the box was $38.35. So I got an extra $15.20 worth of value out of this box. So I can't complain at all. It's not a huge value, but it's still more than what I paid for it, and it was a neat experience to try something new. I've never had acrylic markers like this to try, and certainly this is my first time. I've never seen one like this where you can do the raised paint, so I thought that was kind of interesting. I mostly decided to do the paintbrush method of painting with them to test the mixability and to see how well they would spread and blend out, and they work just like any other acrylic. They are not lying when they say permanent, because when I was done, I had paint all over my hands, and I had to scrub the heck out of my hands to get all that paint off, especially that black. Does not want to come off the skin at all. So all in all, I'm very happy with the box. I got a good value, and I look forward to seeing what I get next time. So I hope you're here to take that journey with me and see what I get and what we can do with it. Thank you for coming by.